Hi there everybody, it's UK independent Stampin' Up demonstrator Halsey here from slimandstylish.stampinup.net. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today I'm going to be introducing you to some new colours. We have 5 exciting new in colours coming in the new catalogue. We have a heap of other new colours as well, but we do have 5 new in colours. They'll stick around for 2 years and today I'm introducing you to them. Excitedly, I'm joining in a video hop, so do make sure you head down to the description bar below and click expand so you can see everybody else who's in the hop. So I'm using this new set today, Zany Zoo. I love this one. I think it's really cute with all the little animals and everything. It's great for blending. So I'm going to be using this little raccoon. Never thought raccoons would be fun, but this one is. He's got a handful of balloons, so he's invited to my party straight away. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to stamp him and I'm going to fussy cut him out. There are dies that come with this set, so you can use those as well. But I'm going to fussy cut him. And if you're not a stamper and a colourer, there are papers that match this and he is in the papers as well. So that you can just use that as a background too. This is one of the new in colours. Like I said, I'm introducing you to the new in colours. And this one's Boho Blue. Love this. This is definitely a me colour. I love blue anyway, and this is it's not a deep dark blue, but it's not a light, wow, look at me blue. It's just a sturdy sort of sky blue, and I really like it. So I've blended his balloons with that, and then I'm going to come in and colour the rest of him. Now, just a little bit of a disclaimer, this is not a new in colour. This is Smoky Slate, light and dark. So we've had these for ages and I might be cheating a little bit by using them, but because they're greys, I figured I could get away with it. They're not going to pop off the paper and go, I'm a different colour. But yeah, Smoky Slate. I always think it's a staple and I do think people really need it. So I've coloured in his tummy, I've coloured in his little eye mask, I've coloured his tail, I've coloured his hands, and I've also gone and attacked his ears with the light and dark Smoky Slate. And then I'm going to come in with light grey granite. Like I said, I do think that the sort of grey silvery colours are just a stable, but that just ties it all up. And I'm not being neat here actually. I'm not going just on the bits I haven't coloured before. I'm going over everything and I'm blending it all in together, but you can see he's got his nice shading on him. So then I'm going to take him, I'm going to fussy cut him out. And then in true Blue Peter style, here's one I made earlier. Not really, I stopped my video and cut him out, but he's all done. Right, now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using a new punch. So this is the 2 3/8 of an inch punch, and I've got my basic white card back in here. So this is 10.5 centimetres by 14.8. So it'll be the same size as my eventual cardstock. Now I'm using the frame, the bit that I've cut out, sort of the wrong bit, to create a line. And I've drawn around that with pencil so that I can see where I want to be. And then when I put my circle on top of it, I won't see it. But what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going around this card making a wreath. And this is one of the simplest ways of making a wreath. Now you can be all very measurementy about it and you can work it all out precise. That's absolutely great. But sometimes I just want a quick and easy wreath. So what I'm doing here is I am stamping around the circle. Let me just pause the video and I'll bring it in a little bit so you can see exactly what I'm doing. So here you are, you can see where I've drawn the pencil mark. I'm only inking up the balloon. I am catching part of the raccoon, but what I'm doing is I'm just lining these balloons up so they hit the edge of that circle. Then what's going to happen is when I put my circle on top, you're not going to see the mess that falls underneath the circle. So I'm just playing with the balloons outside of that pencil mark. Whatever is inside it's not going to count. I really hope that makes sense as I'm doing it, but wait until you see when I put the circle on top and you'll get what I've done. I know it looks really messy. I know that. But when I bring my circle on top of it like this, you're only going to see the balloons. Okay, you don't want to stamp the whole of the raccoon, otherwise you are going to see him pop out the other side. So that's why I was only stamping half of him. I just found that easier to make sure I definitely got the balloons covered. And now what I'm doing is I'm coming in with the new in colours. So this is where I'm going to introduce you to every single one of them. This one here is Boho Blue, which we've already used. And I'm popping this on a spray of the balloons. I'm doing this on every other balloon. Okay, so I'm going around and I'm going, every other balloon is going to go Boho Blue because it is my favourite one. We've got 5 new in colours, so realistically it should be 1 in 5 that I do Boho Blue. But I like Boho Blue. And I used it for the main balloons that he's holding, so I feel it should be on there a little bit more. Now, you're probably looking at it and thinking she's not going all the way to the edge of the balloon, down the bottom. Especially that one on the right, she seems to have left half of it. Well, that's because I don't see the point in colouring where it's going to be covered. So my circle is going to go over the top of that, and you're not going to see it. So I haven't done it. No point doing extra work if you don't need to. Okay, so the next colours I'm going to bring in. Oh, I did finish it. Oh, I must have decided that I wanted to tidy it up. Maybe I was a bit unsure about the middle of the balloon, but normally I don't colour what you can't see. So that's how that's going to sit. So now I'm coming in with Copper Clay. This is one of the other new in colours. Welcome to this one. And I'm just doing every sort of, I'm doing 4 of them, but no random. I'm just going a bit random on the card, popping that in and colouring it down. Now, the colours that we've got are very sort of metallic type colours. So we've got copper, we've also got a wheat colour, and we've also got a pebble path. You'll see them in a second. But they're very sort of deep and natural type colours, which is great. This one's wild wheat. Now, a few people have been a bit rude about this one online before they actually saw it and got to play with it. I personally didn't think I'd like it, but I do now. I really do. It's kind of like a cross between a gold and a yellow, and I think it's going to look absolutely beautiful on quite a few projects. So where before I bought it, I thought, no, I'm not going to like it. I actually really do. This one is Moody Mauve, also a very pretty colour, but like I said, they're also very earthy colours, and I like that this time round. So I'm colouring that in as well. You can see that I am using my light and my darks. I'm putting my dark on one edge and then merging it in with a light, just so I've got the shading in there. And I'm going around and doing that again. So I've done 4 of each, and I've been sporadic with where I've put them. And magically, more than luck than design, it left me with 4 spare. So this one here is Pebbled Path. This is the final one of the in colours. So you're seeing here all 5 of them. You've got Boho Blue, Copper Clay, Wild Wheat, Moody Mauve, and now you've got Pebble Path, and that is all 5 of the brand new in colours, and look how beautiful they go together. And you can see there that I'm just going to pop my circle over the top, so you'll only see the tidied and coloured balloons. So it does look neat, but behind it, we all know it looks a right mess, but we don't need to tell everybody that. We don't need to tell everyone. So I'm just popping this up with a few dimensionals. I'm not going to pop a sentiment on this circle or do anything with this circle. It's just to hide that mess below and give myself a little platform for him to balance on. So I'm not actually really doing anything with it. It's just going to sit there. Now he's going to sit just like that, partly on and partly off the card. So what I'm going to be doing with this is I'm going to be putting dimensional on him and then sticking him on top. So he's going to be 2 layers thick. So if it's going in the post, you might be better to do it with Tombow or an adhesive roller rather than using 2 lots of dimensionals, because it is going to make him quite thick. And then I'm going to pick me out a sentiment. So I'm doing this happy birthday to you. I didn't want a big loud sentiment. I wanted a nice little one that is just going to sit on there. And then I decided to do it flush as well. I don't want to detract from any of the rest of the picture because it's just so busy and so beautiful. I thought if I popped the sentiment out, it would just detract from it. And there we go. Fold my card base, stick on the card front. Like I said, it's the exact same size as the card front, so it fits on perfectly. And then all I need to do is just a little bit of decoration, a few embellishments. So I'm going to be using my metallic enamel effects. Use these on everything. They are a lifesaver. Love them. And I'm using them in the black colour, and I'm just dotting them a few times around this card. And there is my finished card. What do you think? Have you seen what all of the others have done? Check them out below. And here's the finished project. Thank you for joining me. I do hope that you enjoyed the video. Everything I've used today is available from slimandstylish.stampingup.net. If you did enjoy the video, please do drop me a like or leave me a comment. And if you're new to the channel, please do subscribe and come back for more content. I also have an Instagram page that I'm trying to grow at the same time. It's @slimandstylish, and every like or follow helps. Thanks everybody for joining me. I hope you have a lovely rest of the day. Bye.